Dang, Seth, you got a lot of good food in that pantry upstairs there.
You know what we still haven't done?
What's that?
Our audience has not even seen us do a food discussion. Let's do it right now.
Yeah, you're right,
Go.
because, I've done, movie discussions and game and book discussions. Let's do a food discussion.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so I know that was a very cheesy and probably a predictable
Come
opening.
on, give us some credit, will ya?
Okay.
At least you got to comment below. If you don't, I'll kill you.
Okay. Well, anyway, guys, today we're talking about our favorite foods. I just wanted to do something completely different. And I also want to do this video because I think someone requested some point that I did some type of a food discussion. So I'm going to talk about favorite foods with my good friend Seth today.
Good.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'll share a favorite food, and then Seth will share one, and then we'll go back and forth until however many parts this video might be. But so one of my favorite foods, you guys, since I've been a little kid, I've always liked fried chicken. I always like it when my mom makes it. I like it when we go out to eat. I like it when I'm at a fast food place. Fried chicken has always been something that has stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like fried chicken, Seth?
I love fried chicken. Yeah, it's really good food. Love it. Awesome. Fried, deep fried. I actually like when my chicken is also grilled. Especially when I grill it myself because I make it awesome. Especially, what's really good with chicken too is actually just chicken kebabs.
Oh, yeah.
Kebabs are freaking awesome, man.
Especially if you have
Especially
good
with,
fruits or good veggies.
Dude, especially like with yeah, exactly, with veggies, like, from green peppers to, basically whatever the hell you want on it. But yeah, they're really good. Actually, we just made it like last week, but it's great because actually our family, especially me, I love grilling. So basically anything that's a good combination from burgers to hot dogs to brats, even to put like salsa on brats, try that like a few months ago. Freaking amazing. Try it. It'll totally change your life.
So, Seth, what are some of your favorite foods then here?
Some of my favorite foods, I will have to admit, judge me if you want, but pizza. Pizza is freaking awesome, but not just because, not just plain one toppings from pepperoni to sausage, but, it's great because you can actually have not just, having tomato sauce as well, but there's just so many combinations you can do with pizza. From like, chicken fiesta to, a taco pizza. I mean, there's just so many things you can do with pizza. There's just so many combinations, and I love it. It's awesome. And believe it or not, actually, me and my family, we've actually been making homemade pizza. It's kind of cool because we actually took not too long ago. I believe it was actually, well, I guess this is actually, all right, I will say 20 years ago, probably even later than that. But anyways, Rocky Rococo's.
Yep, they're still around.
Well, yeah, I know that. But anyway, Rocky Rococo's actually had a commercial where they gave away actually how to make, like their pan-style pizza. And so anyways, we took note, and actually that's kind of how we make our pizza, but of course our pizza tastes a little bit different, but it's kind of funny because we actually took note of how, the steps to actually make, like the pan-style Rocky Rococo, deep dish or, just pan-style pizza, and actually that's how we make it. So it's great. Really yummy. I would definitely recommend just trying any types of pizza, like from veggies to, Mexican toppings, from lettuce to veggies, whatever you want to put on. It's freaking amazing. Awesome.
And I guess continue off of Seth, I also have pizza as one of my favorite foods also. For me specifically, I like if I'm at home cooking up a pizza or whatever, I like stuffed crust pepperoni pizza, and I think Tombstone has a good one if you get a frozen one. Pizza Hut has good ones.
I will say for good pizza, if you really want to get some really good authentic Italian homemade from even the dough is made from scratch, and the sauce and the cheeses from Wisconsin, of course. Come on, we're from Wisconsin. If you don't love cheese, you're not from Wisconsin. Oh, I'm just joking. But seriously, cheese is awesome. Anywho, a really good place to get just a really good authentic Italian, like really good pizza is from Maria's Pizza. They're located in Oregon. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Oregon and Wisconsin, but I live in Stoughton. It's only about 6 miles away. But anyways, I don't know if you guys know, if you've ever been downtown, they have like that weird intersection. But it's basically downtown, just, right off from, one of the, I think it's actually right next to Brunelli's. So if you guys know where Brunelli's is, it's basically a block down the road. But Maria's Pizza, great place.
And like I said, taco pizza is another one I really like, specifically the one from Pizza Hut because they have the little Doritos on top of it, so I always like that. Another one that's very big for me is tacos. I'm a huge fan of tacos. Like even when I come home from school one night or come from work, and I find out my family is having a taco night, I'm like, I'm going to be there. I'm gonna be there.
And
so,
actually, it's kind of great that you actually mentioned tacos. I mean, from tacos to burritos to even like quesadillas. There's just so many combinations. Refried beans and yellow rice. I love it. It's awesome. Actually, one of my favorite restaurants to go to, for Mexican, is I just went to it a few months ago. It's in Janesville. It's called El Jardines. It's E-L, so L, then Jardin. Actually, the J is silent, so Jardin is spelled Jardin, but apostrophe S. But El Jardines. It's really good. Very affordable. They're pretty reasonable. I'd say like for a good sized burrito, it's probably about this big, and lengthwise, and then probably the width, depth, it's probably about this big. But you get a pretty darn good burrito for only like $6.95. And of course comes refried beans and stuff, and like rice. But yeah, just in general, man, Mexican food is awesome. Tacos.
and I also had burritos on my list, so I figured I'd add that in there right away since that's a Mexican-related thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's another favorite you have on your list there, Seth?
This one's actually always been a classic of mine, even when I was a kid. For breakfast, French toast. Loved it. My mom always made it for me. Actually, just last night we just made French toast, but actually we did a twist. We did cinnamon bread. We actually just went to the Fresh Market in Madison. Actually, they're just a couple blocks away from the Nitty Gritty, if you guys know where that is. But anyways, the Fresh Market, we got this loaf of cinnamon bread. It's already pre-cut, and we just used those slices of cinnamon bread as the bread, for French toast. And of course, we used the egg mixture, and of course, put kind of cover it on both sides and then stick it on the fryer. But it's just freaking great. I love it. I think it just adds a little bit of different twist instead of just having a normal loaf of bread. Yeah. But just in general, French toast has always been a favorite of mine. I love it. It has a really good taste, and of course, you can have all types of syrup, not just from maple syrup. You can do like blueberry syrup. Almost kind of pull like what IHOP does from strawberry syrup, blueberry syrup, any kind of syrup, and it's just great. Very tasty.
And another one I have on my list, you guys, kind of going off Mexican food still, I'm a huge fan of chicken quesadillas. Like, even if I work late at my job one night and, Taco Bell is open late at somewhere, I always get a chicken quesadilla of some kind because, I don't know, it's just one of those things where you kind of feel better about yourself after you're done eating it. And it's one of those things where your mind says, oh, you got to get a chicken quesadilla, you got to go get one, man. It's just one of those things where, like, if you have a good nacho cheese sauce or a good taco sauce or a good hot sauce from Taco Bell in this case, it's a tasty treat. I mean, it's easy to make. It's not very expensive to make either. And even at home when I have to make something quick, I'm like, oh man, I gotta make a chicken quesadilla quick. Those things are so good. How do you feel about chicken quesadillas, Seth?
Chicken quesadillas are extremely tasty. For me, actually, any kind of quesadilla actually is pretty easy to make.
Like with steak or with hamburger or beef or whatever.
There's just so many combinations you can do. I mean, you don't always have to go with meat, but you can also do like a veggie quesadilla too.
Shrimp quesadillas are good too.
Shrimp, oh man,
those are good.
Quesadillas, man, are to die for.
Or fish tacos are pretty good too.
Mm-hmm. I haven't had those.
So what's another favorite you have on your list here?
Actually, some of my newer favorites, and since I'm engaged to my awesome fiance, me and her have been cooking a lot, and one of the meals we cooked previously was this. It was a spinach quiche, but it was great because actually the outer layer. Anyway, basically you just put in like a 8x10, or no, I think it's probably bigger than that, probably like 12x18, give or take, dish of a pan, and you layer it down with butter, and then on the outside is shredded potatoes, and then you basically use that as the crust, and then inside you can put basically any veggies you want, but one of the main veggies you really want to put in, just because it is spinach quiche, you want to put spinach, and you want to I guess fry that in a frying pan, and of course once it's fried, of course spinach it'll disintegrate, or it'll just get small over time, and that's what you kind of want to do, and then then of course stuff it in on top of the crust, and then you can also add your other veggies like carrots, and we tested out we try to put some meat in there because I love meat, but I'm also getting to love just vegetarian meals, and they're really scrumptious. Um, we tried turkey bacon, but I don't think the meal really needed turkey bacon. But yeah, just it was I'll leave it like I said. It was I think it was called spinach quiche. So, but yeah, that was really good too. So I'm actually learning a lot more of how to cook and like what other meals there are, not just meat, but also vegetarian meals as well. So really good stuff.
And in about 5 minutes here, we're going to conclude and go to part two here. But one other favorite food I have here on my list is fried shrimp. I'm a huge fan of shrimp. I like butterfly shrimp. And I guess what kind of cool thing about shrimp is you don't always have to fry it in order to make it good. Like you can put on a shrimp kebab or a shrimp sandwich that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. So I'm a huge fan of shrimp, specifically popcorn shrimp and like butterfly shrimp. What do you feel about shrimp yourself?
Shrimp I've had before. I guess maybe if I had if I had to like shrimp, I guess I would like fried.
Mm.
I haven't had grilled shrimp, but I heard that's really tasty.
Especially if you dip in like a lemon or butter sauce, that's good too.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I'm not as big on shrimp as I am on like fish like cod or catfish.
Mm-hmm. And shrimp's more of a crustacean, so it's
mm-hmm.
If you like fish, more than likely you'll like shrimp, but they're kind of two different animals. But I kind of see
they
where
both are sea.
Yep, they're both seafoods. Yeah. Mexican lasagna is good too. You ever have that?
Actually, lasagna just in general is very good. I don't actually. When you say Mexican lasagna, what do you actually put on it?
Okay, so for Mexican lasagna, rather than like spaghetti sauce or anything you expect on a lasagna, you have like 4-cheese Mexican cheese. You can find that at the store shredded. You can put like sour cream and refried beans on it and beef, and I think you do put pasta on there, so that's kind of the lasagna part. You pretty much anything you'd see on a burrito or a taco you can put into it. It's very good. Mm-hmm. And whenever my mom said she's gonna make lasagna, I'm like, please make Mexican lasagna. And so it's very good with taco sauce, like an Ortega taco sauce. That's very good. So yeah, that sounds like Seth is interested in Mexican lasagna too. So
yeah, that sounds actually really good. I don't think I've had it before, but dude, next time I come over to your place, man, your mom has to make it.
Yeah, if I ever have this man over at my house for dinner, we're having Mexican lasagna. I guess before we conclude, anything else you want to share?
I guess the next thing I will talk about in part 2, I don't want to get into anything else right now, but part 2 I will be discussing more about hot foods. I'll dive into a little bit more deeply, but yeah, hot foods. I love hot foods. I come from not necessarily from my mom's side of the family. Actually, no, it is actually my mom's side of the family. Actually, my mom's side of the family loves hot foods. Not so much my dad's side of the family, but I think I just derived those. I just inherited those. My taste buds for hot stuff.
So when we come back, you guys, for part 2, also for me, we're also going to cover. I think Seth has some of these some desserts, and also some other side foods that we both enjoy eating. So make sure you stick around for part 2.